Okay, class 8 students, the next topic of the chapter force and pressure is contact forces. So let's begin then. Contact forces. You see, first of all, contact. What do you understand by the word contact? Contact means, simply contact means interacting. Okay, interacting by physical touching. Okay, interacting by physical touching. Okay, now you know that at least two bodies or two objects must interact with each other so that a force can be applied, right? So in contact forces, what happens? At least two objects must interact with each other by physical touching so that a force can be exerted. Okay, so the definition, you can note it down, that a force which can be exerted by an object on another object only through physical touching. Only through physical touching is called as contact forces. And under contact forces, we'll study about muscular force in today's video. There are muscular forces under contact forces, muscular forces, then frictional forces, or simply we can call it as friction. Okay. Another type of force is there, that is non-contact forces. Non-contact forces means it is a force which can be exerted by an object on another object without touching each other. Okay, in non-contact forces without touching each other, and in contact forces with touching each other. Okay, and under non-contact forces we'll study about magnetic force, electrostatic force, then gravitational force. So yes, in today's video we'll study only about muscular force. So let's begin about muscular force. So what is given here in this paragraph about muscular force? Let's see this. Can you push or lift a book lying on a table without touching it? Can you do it? Without touching the book or without touching the table, can you lift the book? Can you push the book? No. Right. You cannot do it, because you must have to interact with the book by physical touching. Okay, can you lift a bucket of water without holding it? Again, no. You have to hold it, right? That means your body must have to be in contact with the bucket of water so that you can lift it. Okay, so simply or generally, to apply a force on an object, your body has to be in contact with the object. Okay, to apply a force on an object, your body has to be in contact with the object. Okay, next, the contact may also be with the help of a stick or a piece of rope. Okay, then when we push an object like a school bag or lift a bucket of water, where does the force come from? This force is caused by the action of muscles in our body. Okay, this force is caused by what? Action of muscles in our body, and the force resulting due to the action of muscles is known as muscular force. Okay, what is muscular force? Simply then, the force exerted by the muscles of the body is called as muscular force. Understood? Animals also make use of muscular force to carry out their physical activities and other tasks. Okay, not only human beings, then animals also generally used to use muscular force to carry out their activities, physical activities, like say bullocks, then horses, donkeys and camels are used to perform various tasks for us, right? In performing these tasks, they use muscular force. In figure 11.9 it is shown over here. As you can see, the muscular force of animals is used to carry out many difficult tasks. They can carry a heavy load on their back. Okay, since muscular force can be applied only when it is contact with an object, it is also called a contact forces. Why muscular force are said to be contact forces? Because muscular force can be applied to an object only when our body or the body of an animal is in contact with the object. Okay, therefore muscular force is also called as contact forces. Understood? So are there other types of contact forces? Yes, frictional force is there. which we'll discuss in the next video. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.